The call came just after midnight. "Mr. Hale, it's the ER. You need to come in. It's your daughter." The drive there was silent. No music. No thoughts I could afford to have. When I walked into the trauma unit, the fluorescent light carved everything in sharp detail. Her face swollen, lips split, one eye purple, her fingers trembling as she whispered, "Dad, it was him." I didn't need her to say the name. The city already knew it. The billionaire's son. She handed me her phone. The screen glowed. A message from him. "She refused to spend a night with me. My dad owns this city. You can't touch me." He was right. I couldn't. Not legally. Not through justice. But there are other systems. Older, colder. Hook one, but what if one desperate call to Sicily could bring down a billionaire's empire? I stepped out of the ER, lit a cigarette, and made a single call to Sicily. It rang twice. Then a gravelly voice answered. "Who's this?" "Your niece's father," I said quietly. "It's family business." A pause. Then softly, "I'm on my way." When my wife was alive, she kept our daughter away from that side of the family, the Sicilian side. Said they were men who didn't believe in laws, only in balance. But blood remembers, even when oceans divide. I hadn't spoken to her brother in 20 years. The last time was at her funeral. He told me, "If the day ever comes that someone hurts your child, call me. I'll handle it the old way." I never thought I'd use that promise. But that night, watching my daughter hooked up to IVs, whispering, he laughed while he hit me, something broke quietly inside me. Not rage, not grief, something colder, resolve. By morning, news had already twisted the story. Billionaire's son involved in minor fight with woman. They called her a woman, not a girl, not a victim. Money changes the language of truth. I didn't argue, didn't post, didn't shout. I just started collecting names. The police captain, the family lawyer, the prosecutor who lost the file. Everyone had a price. I simply found out who had been bought and by whom. 3 days later, a private jet landed outside Palermo. He stepped off looking like the years hadn't touched him. Leather jacket, silver hair, eyes like black marble. We didn't hug. We shook hands. "Tell me everything," he said. I did. Every detail. The boy's name, the father's empire, the cover-up. He listened without a word. Then nodded once. "I'll take care of it." "How?" I asked. He smiled faintly. "The old way." I didn't ask more. I didn't need to. The first crack came a week later. The father's biggest investor pulled out. No reason given. Just a quiet withdrawal of $200 million. Then the stock dipped. Reporters started asking questions. Not about my daughter, about offshore accounts. Leaked documents surfaced. Tax evasion, bribes, hidden deals. The kind of dirt that doesn't wash off. The father called a press conference. Denied everything. But his hands shook on the podium. His lawyers scrambled. But the leaks kept coming. Every day, a new story. A new scandal. His empire started crumbling. Contracts canceled. Partners fled. The board turned on him. Hook 2. Want to know how one family's dark secret led to a billionaire's mysterious end? The boy, the golden boy, was untouched, protected. That was fine. He was next. The boy lived like royalty. Penthouse, private guards, cocaine on silver trays. I watched him from across the street one night. He laughed with friends, oblivious to the storm building under his father's empire. That's when my brother-in-law told me something I hadn't expected. The father made the call, he said. He told the son to do it, said the girl needed to learn her place. Power lesson. It wasn't just the son's arrogance. It was the father's cruelty. They had both planned her suffering, and that changed everything. 2 weeks later, both father and son vanished. The police found the billionaire's yacht adrift off the Amalfi coast. No bodies, no blood, just silence and the faint scent of gasoline. But I know what happened because he told me. They begged, my brother-in-law said. First the father, then the boy, but they begged for each other, not for themselves. Family loyalty until the end. He paused. I made them watch each other drown. It seemed fair. I didn't flinch, didn't thank him, just nodded once. Justice in its truest form is never loud. It's simply complete. The papers called it a tragedy. Accidental explosion. Billionaire and son presumed dead. The city moved on. My daughter walks again now. Smiles sometimes. But I see the shadow in her eyes. The one that never left me. I don't tell her what happened. I let her believe justice came naturally. That the world corrected itself for once. She doesn't need to know what kind of man her father became to make it right. The Sicilian called last week. You did good, he said. I didn't do anything, I replied. He laughed softly. That's why it worked. I hung up. Then I walked into my daughter's room, kissed her forehead, and whispered something I hadn't said in months. You're safe now. And for the first time in a long time, I believed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.